Yo, it's cool times, gang to my cats, sup to all my ducks. Guys, we're gonna talk some massive Solana mints today. The type of mints that are either gonna change your life in the good way, or you're gonna get kicked out of your house by your wife. Either way, it's gonna be life changing. Now, but for real, we're trying to make that Bezos bucks and that Musk money today, so make sure to click like and comment on this video, because if you don't, you're not gonna make it. All right, snipers, let's just jump right into it. The first project we're gonna talk about today is Lucid Realms. It's an MMORPG game, something we haven't seen a lot in NFTs yet, but if this one could be the banger of all bangers, it could do really well. It's got a gamified whitelist right now, so using their token, you can earn their token to get whitelist spots. And I know you're thinking, it's Solana, should I really grind for Solana whitelists? Well, the fact of the matter is Solana is now on OpenSea, and that means it's gonna go parabolic. A lot of people say you need to stick your neck out if you wanna make it. Me personally, I think you need to stick your dick out if you wanna make it. So you can see from their tweet from March 29th, they'll be awarding whitelist spots to the top 100 Sea Energy holders that aren't already whitelist on a weekly basis. So the gamification of their project has already begun. And even if you get whitelist, you're still gonna be rewarded for your efforts, get airdrops because of having Sea Energy. Because there's so many funny projects out there where they'll literally release like the game trailer, but there's no actual game. They're promising to build out a game that would take years to make, but they're like, yeah, no, Q4 2022 will definitely have this available. This is a project that's already started their gamification experience. I'm literally on the quest right now. I'm on the leaderboard for Sea Energy. I'm not on the whitelist right now, but look, you can get just certain points for connecting the Discord, like and retweeting recent posts, following on Twitter. Like, it just makes sense that you earn these efforts in a gamified manner, and it actually makes sense to have this on Solana. If you have an MMORPG game and there's gonna be in-game transactions, it's gonna take too long to do Ethereum. The gas fees are gonna be too high. So being on Solana, being composable makes sense. And the things that really get me all hot and bothered are when they start using names like World of Warcraft and RuneScape. These type of gaming experiences are very nostalgic, but having financial incentives to these games make that even bigger of a scope. Okay, but what's something that's minting soon? Eagle's Soul. This is definitely a part of, the game theory breeding merchandise. This is exactly what DeGods did, what all the big projects are doing right now on Solana. So why not just join the hype? They're minting April 9th, 1.5 sold price, 4,000 supply, tons of giveaways still available to get whitelist spots. Okay, so this seems just like your basic staking breeding play, but they've actually been doing some really solid AMAs, Twitter spaces that have answered a lot of questions. They seem legit. All right, this one actually mints today, Dollys Art, and I think they could get in some trouble because they're basically doing like cat in the hat illustrations from our childhood, and you can also earn a token. So not only could the SEC come out for them for tokenomics, but they might get in some copyright stuff. But nonetheless, I do like the vibe of this. It's like very like, it's got, heavy illustrator type vibes to it. Minting for 1.5 SOL in a low supply of 2022. Public is going to be at 5 p.m. UTC. Again, I do like some of the scribble, like doodle style art here, even if it's not directly ripping off Dr. Seuss. And they're doing some last minute giveaways. So if you go on the Twitter right now, you might be able to get a last minute whitelist spot. Buzzer beater, score, shoot. Next, hyped Solana mint. I'm gonna show you guys some underhyped, some alpha. Wait for it before the alpha in a couple seconds. But the last hyped one we're gonna talk about is Stonefrogs. 8,400 of these, definitely a lot of them, but it gives me Dazed Ducks vibes. And sometimes if you have a great roadmap and a great team, the collection supply on Solana doesn't necessarily matter. Look, they're making a lot of promises on this roadmap that I'm not sure anyone's gonna be able to keep. Like, when you talk about a mystery box, that sounds like what's a good way to rip off our holders. But they're trying to do a lot of different things. And again, the speculation of a roadmap is sometimes better than the actualization of a roadmap. So they have play to earn development, they have the seed token release and staking, they have a DAO, which everyone loves a DAO on Solana. But here's like the funniest part. They have a Stonefrog's cannabis farm. They're working on procedures to purchase a growing license in one of the legal European countries, and the community will vote on strain crossing to create the Stonefrog strain. So that's actually the one thing that seems somewhat reasonable, but also new, fresh, and innovative. So you could stake your frog to earn secondary royalties. So the community fund is going to be spinning. Anonymous Art Society. And honestly, I just see like the right types of people following this. I see Function, who's an OG caller, one of the earliest people to call mute names when they were at like 3 ETH. They're at like 30 now, so I think that's what they call a quick 10x. Also, DeGods is following them, but it's got that DeGods style art. It's got a legit artist behind it. Really simple, but that seems to be what's working on Solana right now. They have this doxed artist here who looks like a NFT degen version of Machine Gun Kelly. And right now there are tons of whitelist giveaways. You can still get in the Discord, get whitelist for them, but they're doing a lot of crossover with DeGods. They've been talking to Frank and all that stuff. So the right types of people are following this project, as basic as it seems. So it's one of those things that could definitely, you know, be a nice little pickup for you guys. I'm really worried about the Solana community because we had Stonefrogs and now we have faded foxes. What's wrong with you guys? So this mints tomorrow, April 7th. The thing I like about faded foxes, it kind of reminds me of Famous Fox Federation or like a DeGods, where it's actually a minting launch pad. They're saying it's gonna be one of the smoothest minting experiences that Solana has ever seen, with a rigorous doxing process, because even something like Magic Eden that has millions of dollars in funding can't seem to get it right. They constantly do launch pads for rugs. So they're saying that 50% of the revenue made from their launch pad goes back to the holders. That's bullish. It's on them though to curate the right types of projects. Pretty cool roadmap here. They're gonna add 500 SOL into the liquidity pool for staking the token Fade, which then you can win through raffles, and then they'll have their launch pad, which holders will receive 50%. They will take 7%. Staked foxes will receive the revenue, which means that there's gonna be a supply crunch. There shouldn't be a lot of people listing faded foxes because you can't get this token without that. Then you can go on missions, which sounds awesome. The hunt will last 15 days. You'll earn 1.5x more Fade, so there's some fun gamification going on here. Then they got the legendary foxes, which is kind of like what we saw with Dead Gods, where you can kind of convert your token into a legendary token. And a really early call I want to make, or a project you at least should watch out for: Solana Beach Favela. It's going to give us access to a first of its kind social NFT trading platform, which sounds interesting. Don't really know exactly what that means. Super simple to get whitelist for this one. Just caught my eye because the activity is pretty solid for them only having 100 followers. So the first 1,000 to react will get a shot at one of the 500 whitelist spots. So if you just go here right now, you have a good chance of getting whitelist. I mean, we can see when this comes out in May if it actually materializes into something worth minting, but really easy whitelist opportunity and decent activity. And if you're watching this video right now, it's probably because you hate gas fees, you don't like Ethereum, how long it takes. So I want to give you guys the heads up about FTX US. There's no gas fees for Ethereum. I'll repeat that, no gas fees, even for Ethereum. Use my discount code below. FTX gang is also Pew Pew Sniper Gang. All right, you sickos, that's it. That's all the video. That's all the alpha for today. Make sure to click like and subscribe. Let's get to 30K subscribers. Can we get 30K pew viewers? I think we can, guys. As long as we all say together in unison, gang.